Hey guys, welcome back to MiahsBug. As you saw probably on my last video that we installed these wraparound reinforcing gussets. They came out really good. I didn't end up deciding to do both sides. Pretty happy with that decision. It looks good, it feels good, it's super strong, super beefy. But anyway, today we're going to install these lower shock mounts. You'll see how I got to this point right here, and then we're gonna get them welded up, trimmed up, cleaned up, and then we'll just move on to probably talking about a new machine I just got. So stay tuned. So I got this lower A-arm ready to go, all cleaned up. I'm getting ready to install the lower shock mounts. I wanted to show you guys, there's a guy over here in the town I live in, Tehachapi, California, called T-Town Welding and Fabrication. One morning I woke up, drew this up with my morning coffee, and by lunchtime he had a set of these cut out for me, so it was really nice. Picked them up. But anyways, I have to bend this 25.5 degrees. I'm not able to bend 3/16 with my little makeshift stuff. So what I do is I score it with the cutoff wheel, and then I put it in the vise, and then I bend it. Once it's about 1/8 inch thick, it's easier to bend. All right, so fast forward in time, I got these scored. It doesn't have to be very deep now that I remember. But once you're about, halfway through, not even half. Whenever you put any force on this, it's gonna bend right there where you scored it. Then I'll come back by with the TIG welder and run a bead right down there. I got both the lower shock mounts bent, scored and bent, and now I'm just fit checking them, and then I'm going to weld them up. So I'll just run a bead right there where I scored it. And then also I purposely ran these long so that I can cut them off and make them fit perfect. So that's exactly what I did on the other side, and it worked great. Oh shoot. Whoops. I'm gonna flip the camera around. Alright, well that was embarrassing, but I got this thing all positioned, centered up, tacked in place. Actually I put a couple little beads in here. Coming out pretty good. But I used this little guy. I got this from the hardware store. It's a perfect 1.5 inches, and it fits a 1/2 inch bolt. So that's what I use for spacing when I'm not using the shocks, because I only have one shock right now. Anyway, that's all done. I'm gonna get that welded up final, cut these ends off, blend them out, and this arm is pretty much done. Have to move on. Oh, I did grind the welds off down here because that's where the bump stop plate's gonna go. So another thing about these lower shock mounts is they actually help add to the triangulation of the internal structure. So this internal structure actually has triangulation. I'll put a picture in now. Actually helps triangulate this section here that is hollow, more or less. got the lower A-arm all welded up. Looks good. I did have one issue whenever I was installing it back onto the chassis, and that is that all the heat that I put into this thing made some things move around. So I did end up cutting this right here in order to get it to flex this tab back out. Whenever I put all this heat in here, it warped it. So other than that, no big deal. I just cut it and I'll just re-weld that back up. But came out good. The MIG welder that I was using, I just switched MIG welders. I should have done a couple of practice beads with it first. This was my first time and I just started welding with it right on the arm. So I just picked up this Cyclone 200 ES by Everlast. It's a pretty good machine. I haven't had a real good opportunity to play with it. I think I need to go to a smaller wire size. I'm running 035 right now. But it's pretty cool. It has these auto sets in here. So you can put in your wire size and then your material thickness, and it's going to give you these automatic generated settings for voltage and wire speed. But I need to play with it a little bit more. You can use MIG C25, C100 flux core stick, or a spool gun. So it's alright, just gotta play with it some more. Alright, until next time, catch you later.